Let's see if I still got it. Tennis has never been my thing. Bang. 3, 4, 5. Say hi to the camera. What do we really have to sacrifice to be successful? Is it really a sacrifice? Is it worth it? Should we sacrifice as much as we sacrifice as entrepreneurs to make it work, to be successful, to make money? For example, I'm very bad at tennis, but if you like tennis, is it worth it to stop playing to be successful? Is it worth it to overlook your relationships to be successful? The only one that's able to answer that question is yourself. I just hope I can guide you and I can give you a little bit of guidance in this video. It's not the typical video that I make, but I don't only want to make videos to increase the trust you have in me or to show my expertise or to sell you or just to make content because you're my ICP. No, I want to make content that is actually valuable to you. And even though it's not that this is not in my area of expertise or in my area of work, I really think we should talk about this. Is it really worth it? The sacrifice. Is it really worth it to lose some things, to lose a lot of things, to be successful? Well, let me bring the soccer ball and I'll tell you a little bit of story about myself. This used to be my life. This ball used to be everything I had. From a young age, I was always near a soccer ball. I was always watching soccer. My parents tell me that since I was a kid, I always had a soccer ball near me or I was watching soccer. This object used to be my life, and I used to find all of my peace and all of my joy in here. I still find a lot of joy and a lot of peace when playing, but this used to be my complete life. Full story is I got into a youth team in Colombia, in my native country. That was a dream I had. I had trials the year before that, but I didn't get in. That year I got into the youth academy, into the best team of the youth academy, let's say it that way. And 2 months after, and just a few weeks before tournaments, I got an injury in my knee. And I got a knee injury and I had to stop playing. I was thinking before that, starting a business and just growing a business. While I was in that situation, the business got off the ground and I had to take a decision after my knee recovery. Will I play with this or will I play with a business? At the end, my calling was in the business world and I had to let this go. I had to let this go. Of course, I play now and there, but I used to train every day by myself with a team. It was a completely different lifestyle I had back then. And maybe you have a very similar situation where you had to let go of something or someone or something specifically to make it here in the business world. Now, only yourself can tell if it's a sacrifice and if it was worth it. And to me, my personal experience, this was not a sacrifice because I didn't do it for the money. I didn't let go soccer for money. I changed soccer for calling, and I changed soccer for calling, and I changed soccer for purpose. And that's not a sacrifice. That's a gift. To find a purpose and to pursue a purpose is a gift. So it's not a sacrifice. But when we decide to sacrifice our hobbies and what we love doing for money, that's a sacrifice. And for me, it's not worth it. If you are overlooking your health, for example, you play soccer, you play tennis, you do calisthenics, you go to the gym, or you used to go to the gym. But because you wanted to make money, you wanted to be successful, you stopped doing it, that's a sacrifice. And to me, that's not worth it because your health, your mental health, and your physical health is more worth it than any amount of money. If a sickness sadly comes to your life, what will you do? Pay the sickness to get out of your body? Of course not. You cannot do that. Your health should be more important than money. Your family relationships should be more important than money. I don't think there is a way to justify losing a relationship because of money, losing real, actual, genuine friends that they are so hard to find because of money, lose family relationship because of money, lose connection with your mom or with your dad because of money. That's not worth it. And that's not what business is about, and that's not what God wants for you. God wants you to live abundantly, not only in money, and even not in money, but in every area of your life, in your relationships, in your health, in your hobbies. A beautiful life should look like going after a purpose for a good amount of time, but then, after you've achieved what you have to achieve for the day, enjoy yourself by, not by going out, of course not, but by playing some sports, going to the gym, having dinner with your family, having dinner with your friends. That is actually a life that's abundant. And I've seen some Christian and some believer entrepreneurs lose their spiritual connection with God because of money. And if there is no way to justify losing a relationship because of money, I don't know how we can describe letting your relationship with God fade away because of money. You can have houses, watches, cars, but if you don't have God, you're empty. But if you have God and don't have anything else, you're full, because God is everything we need. First God, then our relationships, then our health, then our calling in the business world. And I like to showing these type of things in the video because I know these will likely transport you back to a specific time in your life when you let something specific go because you cared too much about money, you cared too much about what other people said, you didn't care much about your health. God wants us to live abundantly, not only in money, but in every area of our lives. So are you living abundantly? How are your relationships with your family? How are your relationships with your friends? How are your relationships with your employees? How are your relationships? How is your mental health? How is your mental health? How is your spiritual health? How is it? How is it? And if you're feeling sad, maybe it's for a reason. Maybe you need something. Maybe you're missing Bible study, time with God. Maybe you're missing hobbies. Maybe you have to say sorry to someone. Do it. Don't live your life so shallowly that all that matters is money. Don't do it. Live your life abundantly, because money is not all that matters. Not at all. Money is just a small thing in life. God has blessed us with so many things. We need a lot of more things than money. Is it really worth it, the sacrifice? Business isn't about sacrificing your whole life, your whole health, your whole relationships. That's not what God wants for us. Let's live abundantly. Let's say sorry to the people we have to say sorry. Let's have dinner with our mom, with our dad. Have dinner with your friends. Spend a nice time with them, with your brothers, with your sisters. Do it. Get some hobbies. And we sometimes made bad choices in our businesses because our personal lives are in a wrong place, or we have problems with specific people, or our mental health is not how it should be. And you know how much eating healthy and doing exercise matters to a good mental health. Live an abundant life in every area. Don't worry about what other people say. Care about what God wants for you. Be the man, be the woman God created you to be. That's all for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.